Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Taken from about the 12. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. To throw at the outset, here's Hurts. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marquise Bell.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Now Elliott. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Again, it's Elliott. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
But when the ball snapped from the 3 down near the goal line, I think in days gone by, we thought many teams would run the football, but on 3rd down in today's game, I expect them to throw it. A little counterintuitive there. They tried to run it, instead spilled for a loss.
4th down, Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Dalton Schultz, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader."
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Philadelphia. We'll go ahead and strap in, partner. We less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. Play action now, Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in. And had just enough to get it done.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
A throw down the field, caught by his running back. Touchdown, Philadelphia!
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kid who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first.
When we say the sky's the limit for CeeDee Lamb coming into his 3rd season, it's not hyperbole. 1,102 yards in his first Pro Bowl nod last season. He's now the unquestioned WR1 for Dallas following the Amari Cooper deal. They get it to him there for a first down.
Prescott's throw going to be caught by Gallup. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Up the middle, here's Elliott. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Next to receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
On 2nd and 2, Prescott. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Throwing, Prescott. Open man Lamb, it's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are able to move back in front. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 17-14. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Here we go. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
Mustang 19.
Throwing is Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
In motion to tight end. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. That's complete to John Ross. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They'll send the tight end in motion left. A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas first down. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he fires one that's intercepted. There he goes, right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott on for the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On 2nd and 10, Prescott. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Prescott from the gun. That's caught once again by Gallup. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Prescott now from the 50.
Catch is made. It's Schultz on the out route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Prescott yet again. He's got a man complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, Prescott. Touchdown! 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to
into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter three. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
7 yards there and a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. 10th carry now for Elliott. They find some open field here.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 56 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Again, it's Elliott. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
On play action, Prescott.
They'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and it'll be a third and about 13. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 31-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Now back to the ground with Elliott. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Elliott going to get it again on second down.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott.
They'll drop this underneath to Pollard, and he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They'll run left with Pollard. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7.
Now Prescott.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
And the Eagles are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to them. 11 yards and a 1st down.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
Hurts to his former Alabama teammate Smith for an Eagle 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. Going deep here for Watkins. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Check the Eagles! Check the Eagles! Check contact! Check contact!
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
Well, you have to be aware defensively that you've got 2 goals because obviously you're trying to prevent the touchdown, but you're also trying to keep it from getting a 1st down as well. That time they weren't up to the task, and it's 1st and goal.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, give him credit. That's a good, solid game there on the sneak because it all comes together. Enough space, get forward, gain yardage. Well done.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked them back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Eagles go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Understanding he's just down one possession, trying to make something happen by extending the play, but the coverage downfield was excellent. He escaped and bought some time, but that one goes incomplete.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Now Prescott. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 26 and a first down. They'll send the tight end in motion. A first down throw for Prescott. Looking for Ross again. He finds him again. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. What a play there by Fletcher Cox to get in and knock him down behind the line.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, 28 yards. And the Cowboys answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. But plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
As a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Pride.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Moore on for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead.
Makes the score Cowboys 40, Eagles 28.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Hurts now hoping to make up for that pick six. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with it.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Throwing here, Prescott. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Cowboys are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw. Prescott.
That is caught by Lamb.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. A give to Elliott running left. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6.
Well, trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
46.
Prescott here to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
Second down and goal. Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The kick by Maher is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here this fourth quarter. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Cowboys, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3 and 3. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8.
I'm playing to win. Back on the wall, I'm ready for war. If I beat them before, I can beat